welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Southern Nevada, where the torch, in honor of the legendary owner Al Davis, has just been lit, as is tradition before kickoff at Allegiant Stadium, just off the Strip in Las Vegas. Tonight, on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the San Francisco 49ers and the Las Vegas Raiders on Sunday Night Primetime. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, glad you were with us, and Daniel Carlson here to get things started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time, led out by the last pick of the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
Sometimes we can make NFL football so complicated, Mike. There's different schemes, the personnel, different approaches to how to play the game. But when it all comes down to it, the best teams in the league, they simply just find a way to win. It might look different week in and week out. It might take 40 passes or it might take 40 runs. It could be a shootout or a slugfest. It doesn't matter. They are comfortable operating in all situations, and all you got to do, like Al Davis said, just win, baby.
Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
49ers.
To throw on first down is Purdy. Forced out left. Off he goes.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 2. Kittle is the man in motion. Out of the gun. They'll give it to McCaffrey. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is. First down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short. Play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. A throw on the move is caught. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
On the handoff, McCaffrey. And he moves down to the 25. That's good enough for a first down.
A gain of 6.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. This throws left side, caught by Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. On the give, it's McCaffrey. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Purdy now on 3rd and 2. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's in. Ricky Pearsall. Touchdown. 49ers. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
On now, Eddie Pinheiro for the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers will take a 7-0 lead.
Niners 7, Raiders nothing.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. On the return is Dylan Lowby. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. And they are led by their veteran. It's Kirk Cousins.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that
pressure gets there, and down he goes. Nick Bosa in there to drop him, and that's going to be a loss of 9 to open this drive.
And we've seen this time and time again. When this guy is in a groove like he is here, I mean, he's impossible to block. I mean, the offensive line, they've got to come up with a better plan to slow him down, or he's going to completely wreck this game.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Open man, that's Trey Tucker. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up.
A gain of 10.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Oh, got him again the 2nd time with a sack on this opening drive.
And now he's just single-handedly taking over this drive, Mike. I mean, they better find a way to neutralize him before he does more damage. Get more bodies on him, take the protection to him. Either way, just get him blocked.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Jordan Watkins is deep for San Francisco. This fielded inside the 35. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. The Niners offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And they bring them down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 13 yards on that pass play. It's good for a Niners first down.
At the 29-yard line.
Here's McCaffrey. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient. Just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
The second down throw is incomplete.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
On third down, it's Purdy. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. They've got it. It'll be first and goal after a pickup of 21.
First and goal.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline, not only to secure this catch, but to be able to toe tap and drag that second foot. That's a big-time play by a big-time receiver. It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all three levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. And that's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
To throw once more, it's Purdy. That one too far. Over the end line. Overthrow. It is incomplete.
Yeah, and I think that's a really smart decision. You certainly don't want to take a sack in any goal-to-go situation, or even worse, throw a pick. So understanding he still has two more shots at the end zone, I really like that decision.
Third and goal. Purdy. He's got his big tight ends. George Kittle. Touchdown, San Francisco.
49ers.
Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Pinheiro on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the 49ers move out on top, 14-0.
Raiders nothing.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. To return it, here's Raheem Mostert. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They're in an early hole, 14-0. Gotta start digging out soon. They'll begin this drive, 1st and 10. A run, and this is Ashton Genty. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
At the 32-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. That's caught by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
13 yards on the play.
13 yards on the catch there. First down, Vegas.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week.
Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
And after allowing a choke play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
Lockett headed in motion. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Quarter 2 begins. It is Raider football as they've got it 3rd and 10. Cousins. Gets that one complete to his tight end Bowers. They get 14 on that hookup. Good for a Raider first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Brought down back at the 43-yard line.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Off the play fake, here's Cousins. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Cousins out of the gun on 3rd down. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball that extra second in the pocket, and with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need.
Here's A.J. Cole now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. That's going to hit and continue out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line.
At
Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this second quarter. Looking to run away with this one before halftime. On 1st and 10, Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Pearson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Play action now. Purdy. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. He was trying to fit that one into Mike Evans. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, Mike, considering how this offense has played in the first couple possessions, I'm surprised that one wasn't completed. It seems like that's the first miss of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Continue to build on this momentum because so far they've come out hot in this one.
And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Kittle is the man in motion. McCaffrey now on 1st and 10. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Purdy now on 2nd down. There's Evans. He's got it. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that 1st down. And they'll try to convert it on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That's caught. It's Evans. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. A big-time play for the Niners. 45 yards.
A gain of 45 yards. 1st down, 49ers.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
On the counter, it's McCaffrey. And he'll take this one in. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers.
Touchdown, 49ers.
This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
The kick is good. Makes the score Niners 21, Raiders nothing.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. Mostert now to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. They'll start on the ground with Genty. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Leonardo Green there to bring him down.
32-yard line.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Trey Greenlaw in on the tackle.
Brings up 3rd and
Nice job
5.
by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. That is hard. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
61 yards.
A big-time play for Vegas.
First down.
61 yards.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
Cousins. He'll get this off to Genty. Not able to stay in. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be a loss of a couple of yards on that one.
Brings up 2nd and
Sometimes
goal.
it's easy for a defense to lose track of a running back, especially when he leaks out from the backfield, but not the case here. They kept eyes on him the whole time. Comes in, makes a sure tackle, and drops him for a loss.
2nd down. Cousins. That is caught by the tight end. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Vegas.
Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg. Could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a 1-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Daniel
Carlson on to attempt the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Raiders get back in it. It is 21-7.
Raiders 7.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The 49ers offense and veteran receiver Mike Evans getting set for this drive. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried the first half, it hasn't worked. Kittle is the man in motion. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
They bring their tight end right. Now, a handoff to McCaffrey. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Third down. Purdy. Taking off, he'll try to get there. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
And the 49er first down. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down. Mike, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
He'll go play action. Purdy. Moving left. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And fortunately, he's able to get back on it, so not only will it not be a turnover, but in fact, the drive keeps going. It's a first down. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times, and I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged the bullet.
At the Raiders,
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. Over the middle to Kittle. And he will score again. George Kittle. Touchdown, San Francisco. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the first half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start to this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Now, Pinheiro to add on the extra point. It's up and good. And the 49ers add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. Laube now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Raiders take over first.
The Raiders offense ready to get back to work. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. In motion, Naylor. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He'll find Kinky out of the backfield. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's going to look deep here, looking for Rocket. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
He told us earlier in the week that his ball skills might actually be better than some of the guys he's covering, and we kind of chuckled. But it's pretty clear to see where that confidence comes from, Mike. I mean, the next step for him, not only go up and attack that ball.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. The Niners use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. Here's the punter now, as he's on to punt for the Raiders. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. That's complete to Pearsall. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
Timeout 49ers. That is their second. They'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. The Niners will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. Third and inches. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. A big half continues. Already 2 touchdowns on the score sheet. And here, this grab gets him a first down.
21 yards. First down.
So we've hit half here out west, and we'll send it back east to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We welcome you back on EA Sports for quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. Laube now to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. ground. It's Genty to start the drive. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Cousins now on second down. That one incomplete. Good job, Stix there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. Fourth down.
It's fourth down.
So barring an aggressive decision here on fourth down, it looks like this is going to be a 3-and-out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. The Niners offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. We have a tight end motioning left here. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And boy, tough to bring down there. Fighting forward for a gain of 7.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 3. Kittle is the man in motion. Now, a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty.
Still 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Purdy. Now, and a short one caught by Tonjes. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
First down.
Call it a gain of 13. First down, 49ers. Play fake. Now it's Purdy. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 6. Shotgun snap to Purdy. That's complete to Kittle, the tight end. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route runner. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
Play action. Here's Purdy. Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. His 2nd grab on this drive. Good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 19-yard line. That pickup, good for 29 yards.
A gain of 29 yards. First down, San Francisco.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
He'll go back to McCaffrey on first down. They get 14 yards and set up first and goal.
14 more yards.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
Kittle is the man in motion. James. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. A 4-yard gain brings up second and goal.
Second and goal. McCaffrey will score. Touchdown, 49ers.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Pinheiro on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the 49ers will extend this third quarter lead.
Raiders 7.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. Laube now to return it. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard
The Raiders
line.
offense ready to take over once again. They'll start out first down and 10. Run right at the gut for Genty. He did not want to go down there. Tearing tacklers. It's a gain of 9.
At the 40-yard line.
The best
10
offensive
yards on
play
the
callers
pickup.
in the
It's
NFL, Mike, do a
second
great
and
job
inches.
tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
Lockett headed in motion. Keep it on the ground with Genty. And I don't think he got that wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now you're looking at third down.
You can see the running back. He's waiting patiently for that cutback lane to open, and it just never did. Great job by the defense continuing to string that play out sideways, and they're able to take him down for a loss.
They'll run the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
No gain on a quarterback sneak. That's pretty surprising, Mike, anytime we see that happen. There just aren't many plays in the NFL that we consider to be automatic. The quarterback sneak is normally pretty close.
The Raiders send their punt team out. Now fair catch is made, and it's just inside the
The
15-yard
Niners
line.
take over first and 10.
So here's Brock
At their
Purdy
own 15-yard
and this
line.
49ers offense heading back onto the field. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. They'll run here with McCaffrey. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
16-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Again, it's McCaffrey. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage.
Devin White
And that's
on the
it.
tackle. It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Got to get this to the 25. Here's third down. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And that is incomplete. Contact, but push flags. Going to be fourth down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
First and 10.
The Raiders offense starting to trot out for this
44-yard
next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. On first down, Cousins. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards.
It's a gain of 10.
And the
That's enough for a
Raiders
quick first down.
And up until
First
this
and
point,
10
we
at
haven't
the
seen a lot go
46-yard
their
line.
way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
The tackle made by
But this isn't real
48-yard
complicated.
line.
You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. This one finds Lockett down the left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they take it to the 20-yard line with that one.
That's good.
A big
for
play there
Las
for the
Vegas.
Raiders.
First down.
32 yards.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
It's not a coincidence, Mike, that the best offenses in the NFL are all excellent at yards after the catch. It's a combination of a few things. A highly accurate quarterback and the ability of the scheme to get open players in open space. Once you do that,
And he's going to be taken down, a sack on what likely will wrap up play in this third quarter.
Brings up second
Michael
and
Williams
17.
in there
At
to
the
drop him that
49ers
time.
27-yard
It's a
line.
loss of 7. So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. He takes off. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
Quarterback does a nice job here sensing the pressure pretty quickly. Realizes he doesn't have a ton of time to operate from within the pocket. Decides to tuck the ball and rely on his legs. He's able to pick up a positive play.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. In motion, Naylor. Cousins out of the gun on third down. That is caught. And he's close to the goal line. Won't have the touchdown, but he does pick it up on third down.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
Good blocking, and he's in. Ashton Jeanty. Touchdown, Raiders. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Now Carlson to add the extra point. His kick is good, and the Raiders are able to edge a bit closer.
Niners 35, Raiders 14.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Kittle is the man in motion. They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
At the 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And he'll get about 3 here on second down before he's out of bounds.
Third down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
He's got his tight end, Kittle. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If that was in a critical situation, there is no doubt on goal with the ball.
Not much happening there, just a short gain.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 9. They run once more with McCaffrey. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up third down.
At the 33-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Kirk is the motion man. 3rd down. Purdy. That one on target with Kirk. They've got it. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. It's good for a Niners 1st down.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They've got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
A tight end in motion now. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up 3rd down.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
We try and run here with James. And he's in! Jordan James. Touchdown, 49ers. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Now, Pinheiro to add on the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Raiders 14.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. Lobby now to return it. Whoa! He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Cousins. That's a short one. Caught by Bowers. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Mike, did you see how hyped the sideline got after that run after catch? I thought the bench was going to run out onto the field to celebrate. He refused to go down on 1st contact and 2nd contact for that matter.
They'll run it straight ahead now with Genti. He's inside the 35. And he will score. Ashton Genti. Touchdown, Raiders.
Touchdown, Raiders.
Taking care of business on the ground. They run it into the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Mike, some of the hardest elements to coach for a running back is vision and patience. And in this case, you saw both of them on display, and he's able to take the long run all the way to the house for 6.
Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Raiders are able to cut into the deficit.
42, Raiders 21.
With down 3 scores, and it's late, they're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here trying to get an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
So here's Brock Purdy and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long.
Watch the back, watch the back. Watch twist.
On the give, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
Taron Johnson brought him down. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 8. On the ground, it's McCaffrey. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. That's caught. It's Evans. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. 1st down, 49.
49er, 1st down. A gain of 18 on the play. And a 49er 1st down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, they'll come up here 1st and 10. On the handoff, McCaffrey. Some hitting going on now. He was rocked right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
Purdy now on 2nd down. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Kittle is the man in motion. On 3rd down, they go with James. And this defense holding their ground. They'll stop him for no gain. 4th down, straight ahead.
A loss of a
Number one
yard.
rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
Eddie Pinheiro going to come on to try a field goal now.
A
This
34-yard
from 34 yards. Pinheiro's kick is good. And the 49ers will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter. So a win here for our visitors, the 49ers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Vegas.